Hello YouTube, Shani here and welcome back to my channel. Today is October 5th and I am doing my first drawing of Inktober. I know, it's ridiculously late for the first drawing of Inktober, but I had a big deadline on the 15th, so the entire first week of the month I have been working on that project, unable to do anything else. But I don't want to just skip Inktober altogether. I still have like 16 days left that I can participate, so why not start now? I actually toyed around with the idea of trying to complete 31 drawings in the 16 days that I have left, but I feel like that will be way too stressful because I do still have classes and I do still have a part-time job. So I want to start on the 15th day and go back to older prompts if I have the time to. By the way, I am following the official prompt provided by Jake Parker for Inktober. I actually quite enjoy these simple word prompts that do actually give you a lot of room for interpretation. And the prompt for day 15 is weak. Now, this is like my first drawing of Inktober after a hiatus of not drawing anything personal for a while, so I wanted to start it off with a boom, I guess. So I went for something a lot more complicated that I would normally do for a daily art challenge, and I did brainstorm a lot. Weak can be interpreted in many ways. It can be physical weakness, mental weakness, or just a general weakness that everybody have. You can have a weakness of chocolate, for say, because if you see chocolate you can't move your feet. The first things that come to mind are the physical weakness, things like disabilities or muscle weakness or just physically weak. I thought of the idea of drawing a girl or a dude in wheelchair or crutches or all beat up all over the place or unable to lift weights or suffering through a workout or someone lying on a hospital bed with either a blood bag or a oxygen mask. But for some reason I just didn't like the idea of using physical weakness, because I feel like weak can be a very strong word depending on the situation, and calling someone weak probably offend people, even though if you just think about it, everybody are weak in some point because nobody is perfect, right? But I don't want to use any disabilities for weak. So I thought about mental weaknesses, not necessarily mental illness, just like the weakness that everybody have mentally. For example, you might not be prepared for something that you're supposed to be prepared for, or I thought about the idea of having a lot of hands supporting a figure, as in I'm weak so I need a lot of support, that kind of thing. But ultimately, while I was browsing around Pinterest looking for ideas, I saw this quote: "If you have to hurt other people in order to feel powerful, you are an extremely weak individual." That quote just hit me real hard, and I really wanted to do something centered around this idea. And first instinct, bullies. School bullies, because I've spent most of my life so far in school. Now, I have never actually been bullied myself, but I have heard a lot of stories about bullies, and I've read from books that a lot of bullies are actually being bullied themselves, like they have other more powerful abusive parts in their life, so they sort of pass on that stress and make themselves feel more powerful by bullying someone else. And there are many ways to portray this sort of imagery, and I wanted to challenge myself with this drawing and with Inktober in general. I wanted to not just draw a single character, but put this character in the scenery and in the setting to create more of a story around this character rather than just this character standing there. Of course, I wouldn't have time to do this every single day, but for this particular idea, I really wanted to do a classroom and the focus being on a student's desk and it being tampered with. Maybe the desk is filled with trash, and it's like painted and has like, and it have a lot of bad words written on notes stick all over it. And I want to draw a figure, a human that is not the biggest part of the drawing but still in there. Having a blank face, this person could be anyone and looking confused but smiling evilly as if doing this satisfy him. I really like how this turned out. I originally wanted to go with ink wash, but I guess once I just instinctively went cross-hatching and I don't really know how cross-hatching will look with ink wash, so I stick with cross-hatching for this one. Anyways, we're coming to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll probably have more Inktober videos coming out soon, even though I won't be able to film every single day. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.